Okay, I know that we're on Facebook. I'm not sure, Instagram's having a difficult time connecting. I may have to get Norm if he can turn it around and try to change my settings on my phone, like just change the Wi-Fi. It's probably trying to connect to the wrong one. Yeah, so we're on like, this is a lot of technology happening here all at once. So I apologize if this is going to be sort of a delay. Yeah, so just turn the thing around. So I'll send a picture, post it on later just to show everybody what we're doing. Um, it is, I've got MacBook in front of me with the Zoom, and then we're broadcasting Zoom directly to Facebook. And then in behind, go to where it says, oh boy, yes, there we go. And so Alex and I are side by side on the screen, and then that broadcasts to Facebook. And then behind that, I have my phone on a stand, and that's going to Instagram Live as soon as Norm gets set it up. It's just a really strange thing. Anyhow, for those who are on Instagram, I'll send a link if it doesn't end up working for some reason, because I am actually recording this entire video, and we're creating a new blog section that's going to be up on the website later this weekend, which is kind of exciting. No, you're gonna have to switch the legs. Anyhow, okay, how about, I'm gonna go and fix the phone for Instagram Live, and Alex, let's start off with some wine updates and then I'll take over.
Okay. We will start with stuff that's coming back before we get into all the new stuff. Things that are coming back, the wine cart will be coming back. Not only will it have the white sparkling rosé like it normally does, we'll also be featuring some of our reds that are be available by the glass on the cart as well. That'll be paired with our new cognac cart that we launched during the winter. We now have Armagnac in there too, so much bigger selection, low end to high end. With that, our wines by the glass that will be featured on the cart, we'll actually be having a list that will be going to the tables going forward. Before, it was kind of just whatever we had open. We would ask what you normally drink, and I would just tell you, oh, I have a Cab open, a Merlot. And then there wasn't really, it was kind of just a mystery what you were getting at times. It'll still be the open bottles that we have, but it's going to be in a list format, so at least you'll know what, like, you can see everything listed. You don't have to get at your table, get away from your table. Now with COVID and everything, we want to try to keep walking around as minimal as possible. The one big new thing though is the boards. I've kind of redone everything. It's all organized by countries. A lot of the time, some people are like, "Oh, I only drink Spanish wines," or like, "I like drinking California Cabs." And they get to the board and everything's all mixed up, prices and countries, everything's all over the place, and they wouldn't really understand where to start looking. Now you're going to walk in, it's going to be Canada, USA, South America, Italy, Spain, France, and then the other side, which is just pretty much all the other countries. We'll have one or two of each. With that, because of that, we've got to narrow down our inventory, which ones sold better, which ones we think have potential going forward. So we've kind of narrowed it down a bit, but we've also added some new ones in there. So you'll see maybe some familiar faces, but some new wines from that vineyard. We want to keep things different because that was kind of the whole purpose, that you came in every time was going to be a different experience. So we didn't want to just stick with the stuff that's for sure working. We wanted to kind of use that, but build on it as well. Wine flights. We were getting more and more people asking about wine flights. We were normally just doing it on the Wednesday. Wednesday did turn out to be not as popular of a day as planned. We got most people are asking for them on the weekend. And the way that we were doing it before, kind of following through after the class, it was kind of hard to keep that going throughout the whole week. So the way we're going to do it going forward is we're going to have a feature wine flight that'll be selected essentially for the week. If I run out of something earlier than planned, then I will rotate out to something else. But it's that way each week that you do come in, there will be a flight available. It'll just be something that we've picked out for you. There's new accessories. Like, I know everybody's been asking me all the questions about the Coravin every time I come to the table. We have some new accessories for that. So I think I was talking about before how there was a screw top version. We do have the new screw top version for it, so we can actually use the Coravin with the screw tops. there is also a strainer. It actually decants the wine as you're pouring it too. So some of our really dry stuff, it's going to come in handy as well. We also have a wine chiller that we got in. It chills a single bottle at a time, but it goes pretty quickly. So we're hoping to utilize that, especially with our takeout system, buying wine ahead of time. If you want something cold to go, like it'll help us get things chilled nice and quickly. I think the other thing is wine bags, especially with our takeout. If you are, say, purchasing 4 bottles from us, you will get a wine bag included with it because it actually holds 4 bottles in it. But with that, every $5 that you, every bottle that's sold, $5 of it does go towards the Hands Up Collective, which goes towards Inner City Home as well. I think that's pretty much all my notes on the wine. I was hoping that was going to be later and not off the bat, but.
So we Instagram people are just joined us. One of the, so as much as Alex just did a wine update, just wanted to remind everybody who's maybe signing on later or watching us on Facebook after we started that this video in its entirety from the Zoom feed is going to be downloaded and will be uploaded on our website by the end of the weekend. And this way, if you missed only part of it, or you need to go and get more wine and you forgot and to go back right away, or you're wanting to miss something, don't worry about it. It's supposed to be relaxing and fun. So we'll kind of, now that we're on all 3 streams, I'll go from the beginning from my notes as I started. Anyways, I wanted to do this because sure, with yes, the gray weather, and yes, we're in another lockdown thing again, and we were just feeling like we were getting back in our groove before December. And something that I've always wanted to sort of implement, especially here in the downtown area, is like kind of like a happy hour thing. But we just never really got around to starting it. Every time we started it, it would kind of go. So I figured, you know what, we can just do it now. So big question. Oh, yes. So basically the way the format's going to be, we're just going to give you some updates, and then on food, wine, and any classes and events that are going to be coming up or we have planned for 2021. And then we'll do fun stuff like we have a prize for each of the different streams, whoever's watching. So we have one for Instagram, one for Facebook, and one for Zoom, which is fun. And then we have, then we'll just do some general Q&A. So in the comments fields, if you have particular questions about anything at the bar, if you have questions for us, either Alex or I on anything that happens here at the bar, or you can ask just a general question about wine or any of the food menu items or things like that. Feel free to just put them in the comment section. For those on Zoom, you can do it on the chat button. You'll see there's probably a little menu at the bottom or somewhere on your screen, and you just have to click on the chat button, and then you can just go ahead and type your question. So Alex will kind of keep track of that because he's closer to his screen than I am. I'm kind of away from all my screens. Same thing with Instagram. Supposedly there's a little button, a way for you to comment on it as well if you're watching a live video. And then of course, Facebook, it's exactly the same thing. So as you're going through, we'll try to do our best. If we don't answer your question right away, feel free to just continue to comment your question, and that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the evening when I finish my wine, is going through and answering the last of the questions. Okay, so more importantly, Alex, what are you drinking?
Carmenere.
Oh, from who? Show the bottle. Oh, that's the winemaker's lot.
Yeah, the one I was telling you about. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Concha y Toro, which is one we've carried here before. It's just this is a different blend from, or a different Carmenere from them. Only available, only made for Canada, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Well, they do that a lot in different countries, just because, especially ones that have to travel a long distance, they like to make particular blends or wine styles that they know are going to sell well when they arrive, and as well as they're going to travel well, because wine doesn't travel well. I am, since I am here at the bar and I happen to have an entire selection of partially open bottles, I had quite the selection to choose from today. So I'm starting off because I had a little bit left, and this is a Côtes du Rhône White Reserve. So it's a blend of Viognier and Grenache Blanc, but it's got a few other little grape varietals in there, but it's kind of well-rounded and it's a good winter white. So I'm starting with that, but then I also pre-poured glass number 2. This is a, don't laugh at me, Pétalos. I'll show the bottle. If you haven't had this when you were here, this is from northern Spain in the Bierzo region. It is a Mencia or a Mencia in English, And it's kind of like this juicy, well-rounded red wine. And so it's not as strong or as potent as maybe some of the other Rioja blends or other ones in Spain that you may be familiar with. This one I find is very smooth, easy drinking, and I like to say it's pretty. So if I'm going to go to a red. And this one I had already started pouring ahead of time because I had to do a tutorial video. So it's not like I was just like day drinking or anything. Alex like, no. Alex like, yeah, sure. Okay, so Alex gave you a quick update on wine. Anyone joining us on Instagram or watching from there, we'll give Alex may go and do a quick summary near the end for those who missed it. So food stuff, what's back? Same menu format, tapas, raciones, desserts, it's the same. Some of the favorites from last year, of course, are always coming back. Parmesan truffle fries. As long as I can get whole truffles, we will have Parmesan truffle fries. Chocolate toast, we tried taking it off once, maybe twice, got yelled at both times. It will always be there. And then, of course, some of the other ones are coming back. Things like bacon wrapped dates, some of the other little nibbles that did really well. We're going to kind of play around and just bring them into rotation. So they'll be in for a little while, we run out, and the menu changes again. That's just usually how it works here. What's new? So Alex doesn't even know this one yet because he's probably going to be like, oh, she didn't tell me this. So I found that I came up with this really cool idea. So I don't know if it was in the spring, when did we have the steakhouse fries? Remember we had the steakhouse fries?
Yeah.
So it was more about a ración thing, a little bit more hearty. So I found this recipe for fries, but it's kind of like our truffle fries, but better. So now I want to take the truffle fries, and if you ask for an upgrade, you're going to get, it's truffle fries that has grated Gruyere cheese, sauteed mushrooms, caramelized onions, right? With the truffle. So the same things you normally have, but just like up, and then you bake it in the oven, and we'll serve it in the large cazuela. So I think that'll be fun. So it's going to be one of those secret things that if you're watching the video, and I won't have it on the menu, but you can just ask if you want the fries as an upgrade. And then you'll require a fork probably for that one. But I thought that was fun. Feature flatbread. If you've been watching any of our posts, flatbread, of course, was our number one thing that we always sold out of pretty much on an ongoing basis throughout the year. So instead of just always kind of taking up a place on the menu board, it's now going to always have a flatbread available. So we're going to have little tabletop signs. I got some new ones in compared to the other ones. So these ones are two-sided. So one side's going to kind of promote and remind people to buy bottles to support the Hands Up Collective. And then on the other side is going to have the feature flatbread, whatever we're making that week, as well as the feature flight that Alex already mentioned earlier. So we're going to have both of those on an ongoing basis. So if you want, you can always have a flight, and you can always have a flatbread. I guess you may have to start tailoring the flights to go with the flatbread. Anyways, we'll have to work on that if we're going to put them out there. It's like, challenge me now to find 3 wines to go with the same one. I may have to put my glasses on. Did I take my glasses off? Old lady took my glasses off. They're floating around here someplace. Norm's going to go look for them. Oh, thank you. So the other thing is I ordered new dishes. That's what happens when you have lockdown. I got to go and research all these things that I wanted. So I got, we have round wooden dinner plates that are made out of acacia and bamboo. So as opposed to the boards that are long, they're going to be smaller round ones. So that'll give you more space. So you're not worrying about having to be messy when you're eating. I also got little condiment bowls, also made out of acacia wood. So we're kind of keeping with the between the woods and the cazuelas, and then just plain white dishes. New plating and new garnishes. I want to start doing, aside to just greens for garnishes, we're going to start doing a lot of quick pickling with vegetables and things that are here in the kitchen. So this way we're always going to be having something that's fresh to use as a garnish. And honestly, everyone likes something that's pickled, and it really kind of balances or goes well with most wines. So I just figured I want to start pickling things. And then what's coming? I do want to start working more local ingredients now into our purchasing. That is just, and it's not because anyone's really asked me, more the fact that I want to be able to support local. I appreciate community supporting us, so I want to do the same thing back. And there's a lot of local producers and farmers around here that kind of need some help as well. So as I'm going through with menu things, and instead of purchasing from my other resources that I used to, I never really bought large things in bulk anyways, but I'll start tweaking things so I can start utilizing and promoting local producers here. So it'll sort of be a gradual thing that it'll eventually be adding more and more as we go along. Fresh pasta. I always said I wasn't going to do a ton of pasta, but I've been itching for things like raviolis and cannellonis and a bunch of things like that. So I'll probably every once in a blue moon, you'll see a pasta thing showing up there. And yes, there'll be a mac and cheese appearing here and there as well. Maybe different ones than you've had before though. Hardy of rations, I wanted to start doing things like braised pork belly. I noticed that when we did have special menus and we had some meat-based rations, they tend to go over really well. Things like my special fall apart ribs, things like that. So as we're going along, I'll be introducing those once in a while. Probably more earlier in the year and then later in 2021. That's when people are kind of looking for heavier stuff to eat. I want to bring in more different kinds of seafood. I'm itching to do grilled sardines, the whole big ones, things like whole fish that you maybe be sharing as like for 2 people. I do have a whole lot of squid in his stock already. So I want to do a couple different recipes with squid, which I think is fun aside from standard fried calamari that you might be used to. I do need to bring octopus at some point. I promised Norm a while back that I was going to bring octopus in on the menu. I'm looking at him smiling over here. And so octopus will make an appearance at some point this year as well. Alex will be thrilled with that, I'm sure. He's just like, yeah, no, thanks. And then I'm going to do more desserts. Obviously, we'll always have an extra one besides the chocolate toast. But surprising, I actually took a peek at all the desserts that sold throughout the year from all the different menus and things we did last year. And the top 5 were like chocolate, 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 chocolate. So guess there's a bunch of chocoholics that keep coming through these doors. So I will kind of switch things out. So you will get different chocolate things or garnished with chocolate or whatever. But I need to start doing something else besides chocolate, people. Man. Okay, so that was the food stuff. Alex already talked about the wine. Did you think of anything else that I missed? On the video thing, I won't necessarily do it. I'll try to post pictures probably to the stories on Facebook and Instagram, like with the wine chiller and all that kind of fun stuff. The wine chiller's got different settings that I can actually set it to certain degrees for certain things. So it stops the point where we didn't have enough room in here to have 4 bottles of one particular Prosecco chilled, ready to go. So we can at least put the bottle in and actually get it chilled much faster. So you're not having to wait and sit it on ice. So that was the idea behind that one. He did the wine thing. Mentioned the wine bags.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. They're not in yet. They're really nice though. Of course, they're a burgundy color, and it has the logo on the front. I got them a little heavier duty than I bought some, I think through Uline. I think it was Uline. We got the red bags that Norm was using for some client events. And but I found they were kind of flimsy, especially when you want to hold 4 to 6 bottles. And I realized that when I go to the LCBO, I'm always using my wine totes that hold 6 bottles. And those are the ones that I got from like Taw's Winery in Niagara. So different wineries have their own. And I find that, especially if I'm just buying for myself, I'm not usually buying cases of wine. Those get brought here, but the wine bottles, I'm constantly using those totes. It's much easier to bring things back and forth to the bar, or if I have to walk here down the street, it's easier to carry them around. So I figured if I could use wine totes, everybody else can. So I'll probably do something like every time you buy like 4 bottles or something, you get one free. And then if anyone decides they ever want to purchase one, I'll come up with a price, and then you can just ask any of the staff to buy them as well. But I think they're going to be kind of handy, and I like them. Okay. Classes. Tuesday classes. Okay, so this is the only time we're going to mention COVID. I rescheduled everything again. If you had already got tickets, you got emails already telling you when the new date is. So it told you the postponement. And then now when you log into Eventbrite, you'll actually see the event that you already had has already been moved to the other date. So you don't have to worry about changing things on Eventbrite. It does that for you. But because we're missing so many classes, I snuck them into Thursdays. So for the first month or 2, you'll notice, especially if people can't make it on Tuesdays, you can do a Tuesday and a Thursday. There's going to be a Tuesday, a Thursday. And I think for the first couple of weeks, I think we're doing a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Saturday just to make things crazy. But we want to squeeze in all the classes because we had a lot of them. The tickets sold pretty quickly for those first month or 2 in 2021. And I don't want anyone to miss out on those. So we are doing them. They're just going to get moved in. So they're all kind of like in February or March sometime. Valentine's Day weekend, if we do open by the weekend of the 13th, I do want to do a Valentine's Day menu like I did last year. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing, but I will post it online as soon as I do, obviously. Ontario Wine Weekend. I think we should do that again, Alex. You're on mute.
Sorry, the door was opening and someone arrived home, so I had to mute.
So, but yeah, so the Ontario Wine Weekend, that was September long weekend. And I don't know, what do you think? Should we do that again for the weekend? I think that was a lot of fun. I think we got a good response out of it. I don't know if I want to do all the flights again though.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do 100 and something wines like or whatever we did last time.
Well, I guess it depends on how much we get back. So I'm thinking, hopefully if the lockdown and things are lifted, you and I can do another road trip in the spring, as soon as we can, and we'll go and stock up and load up the car again, just so we have it all ready to go for the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Patio, of course, with patios coming back, we're just not sure on the setup this year. To be honest, I would love it if we could have a section of Durham closed off and we could have our seating set up on the street when it's blocked. So there's almost like tents, covered seating areas out on the street, and then the sidewalk is completely open. At first I was worried about it being too far away from the bar, but we're getting windows that open. So I actually, we dove into savings. I was going to wait and do it. We weren't sure if we were going to do it this year, and we decided now's the time. So we've actually pre-ordered them. So now if you get tables by the window, you can actually, the two center sections will actually open up. So now the music on the inside, you'll be able to hear it outside. And if you're sitting at the tables at the front, you get the fresh air. Everyone likes to be outside. You don't have to worry about the rain. And if I can find a contractor, we will get those stupid awnings put up. So I'll have big awnings over both sides of the building. So any tables and stuff that are out there, we'll at least have that as well. So yeah, I'm hoping so. Sangria has to come back.
Yep. That's
a for sure. We'll do white and red. I think it'd be kind of fun to find a rosé recipe, like with a rosé as a base.
Yeah, I think we should kind of rotate them and in and out and stuff, as opposed to. Well, like rather than having like a red, a white, and a rosé, like just because of the fruit mixture and stuff, having all that made and everything going in and out. Unless you want to have all that selection and options, you can do that too. But
so maybe we'll just always have one, and then other two rotate in and out.
Yeah, we'll just have one going at all times or whatever, and
okay. And it's surprising because
it's available because it all depends, right? Like
It's true. Well, one of the things that I noticed that in as much as the red sangria is classic, I think I have a photo that when our patio was full and everybody was drinking the white sangria that day.
Yeah.
So maybe the white sangria is more popular, I guess. I'm not sure.
But
anyway, so this is the time for people. You can comment on Facebook or whatever and let us know if you prefer white or red sangria, or maybe you want to try the rosé. This way we can kind of plan ahead. I'm not sure. I can't tell on my Facebook right now whether Giselle's on. She was our winner of our summer cocktail contest last August. We sold a lot of Toro Bravo margaritas that month. So yay for Giselle, because she got hers for free. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably run another.
That was number 3 cocktail, right behind the sangria.
Something like that. Like it was our 3rd most selling cocktail of the year. So yay for Giselle. So she's obviously now considered undefeated until someone wants to take her on. So now's the time to start planning out your cocktails before the summer, especially while you're in lockdown. You might as well get some experimenting happening. Don't forget, it has to have a base of wine. So Giselle's Toro Bravo Margarita actually had a base of the Toro Bravo white blend of Verdejo and Sauvignon Blanc, which is citrusy. So it kind of worked out really, really well. And it was an excuse to put a margarita on the menu when I insist on not having any cocktails that do not have a wine in them. So that was good. So yes, that'll be August long weekend is the contest. When you submit them, and then the winner gets to have their cocktail featured for the month of August. So anyway, so you can stay tuned, or you scroll back through old ones that we did in August so you can just see how it went. And so you can see pictures of Giselle with her drinks, which is funny. Private classes and groups are still going to be booked right now, same as we did last year. So anytime during the day, Sunday to Monday, Sunday to Friday, Saturday, whatever. So daytime is never an issue. Evenings, Sundays and Monday nights were closed anyways, so we don't charge any extra for that. Any other days, we may consider them. It depends on the day of the week, the time of the year. And now that we have a year of stats, we can kind of estimate on how much we would probably need to charge for the rental to do a private event on those dates. So if you have any special events coming up in 2021, get in touch with us soon to pencil in your date, please. What's the other things there? Oh yeah, culinary escapes. So I want to do like escape to Spain, and I want to do a full tasting menu evening. I'm just using Spain as an example because I haven't decided which ones I'm doing yet. But like 7 to 9 courses, tasting menu with optional wine pairings. So just a classic sit down where every single course has a story behind it. And I've been kind of wanting to do this for a while. The original plan was to do 3 or 4 this year, but because we're starting a little late for 2021, we're probably just going to do 2 for this year, one in the spring and one in the fall. So if that's your jam and you want to sit there and go through an entire tasting menu with us, just keep an eye on social media because we will post it as soon as I have dates set for the spring one for sure. And we'll probably set it up the same way we do with the New Year's Eve event. Well, we'll have tickets ahead of time that you can purchase, and that basically gives you a window of time. But for this tasting menu event, it'll probably be a Sunday night, just to give you a heads up. And instead of 2 seatings, we're only doing 1 because it's going to take you a while to go through all of those courses. We're not rushing it through for 2 hours. That's crazy. Well, what else is new? Sounds awful. For anyone who knows my life, and Norm has you've probably seen him in the bar doing this, and Alex is joking around. Alex is laughing now. So I got pens and notepads coming in. Norm is the guy who's always basically sitting in the corner and he's making notes on things, or I'm doing a class and he's writing stuff down. And people have asked me for pieces of paper before. So I have branded notepads coming in with pens, and I have, that's also for the scorecards. I've designed these little scorecards now that are in notepad form, so that anytime you're here for a class or event that has the 5 wine format, or if you do an at-home event with us where you pick up the food and wine to have it at home, the scorecards will be included, and this allows you to write down the 5 wines and give scores for each. And this is a fun way to decide on what wine you actually liked better than the others. And then what's coming? I am working on a blog for the website. I mentioned this at the beginning. So I'm going to be adding in videos like this one. So I will just download it and I will include it in a blog post. And then anytime we have little updates, it's a great place to put it. So especially for those who are not on social media or don't go on very often, I wanted to have a place to provide updates without always having to wait for the newsletter. Newsletter is still your best source, because that's where I kind of combine everything from social media posts, links to different events, anything else that I've been promoting for the last week or 2, it all kind of gets combined into the one newsletter. So that's the easiest way to get updated. But at least the blog, you can find it on an ongoing basis and you won't miss anything. And then what else? Yeah, depending on how this goes and other ones, we could also upload it to YouTube, but I don't want to start a whole YouTube channel and get back into this whole thing about editing videos and stuff all over again if I don't have to, but we'll see. If I don't have to do much editing for this, we might do it. Get Alex more on video since he's so used to it now. He's going to be on camera all the time. I'd like to do more collaboration with other businesses, especially downtown ones. So I'm kind of mentioning or going to go through in the next week or 2 and make lists of all of my neighbors downtown or other businesses and kind of come up with something fun that we can kind of do as a cross promotion of some sort. It allows 2 different sets of clientele who may not ever meet, kind of get to see what other businesses are out there. So I always think it's a fun thing. So I like to do kind of like a mix and match thing coming up. And then only thing is that I'm hoping that depending on the time where things get lifted enough, I would really like to start reinstating those winemaker tastings that I started promoting just before we shut down in March. So bringing up Konzelmann wines from Niagara, maybe some other winemakers that I met from virtual winemakers to actually just come up here and not just talk about their wines and do full on tastings, like a taste and buy type thing. That's kind of what I'm hoping that we can start bringing in. But to do it properly and to make it worth their while, it would be best if we have more than 4 tables, because the idea would be to have those tables do go into high tops. If any of you have hit the lever by mistake under our tables and found out the hard way that it turns into a high top, those tables, like if we had the table set up like in a stand-up thing where you can go from station to station to taste the wines, that's the ideal format. And then we get more of a flow in here. But with social distancing, it's almost impossible. So we're not gonna do that anymore. Anyways, okay. So that's it for the updates that I can think of. Alex, did I miss anything?
Nothing really, no. I'm going over the list right now. I don't see anything.
Anyways, a lot's happened in the last couple of weeks. So the only thing we have available for purchase right now on the website is wines, obviously. Alex is in charge of updating. He doesn't just update the board, but he updates our wine list here for our system. He also is now updating all of the wines and descriptions on the website. So as things are rotating in and out, he's the guy who knows the inventory. So as much as I may take on classes or anything else, when it comes to what we have in stock, he knows. And if anyone never wants to reach him directly, of course, you can always message him through Facebook or Instagram. If you can't find him personally, I think you're just under Deep Rogers.
Yeah.
Yep. Or you can send him an email at admin, so ADMIN @wanderfoodandwine.ca, and that goes directly to him. But yeah, if you're looking for a particular wine, you can do that. So wines are all on there, as well as gift certificates. So I kept them in the easiest formats that people would be needing. So 20, 50, and 100. So again, you can purchase them online, and then we will get in touch with you about making arrangements to come and get them, since we're not open on an ongoing basis. And I don't live far, Alex doesn't live far, so one of us can easily come here to meet you, to help you pick up whatever you need. Okay, should we do some prizes? Okay. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Okay. Let's see. Classes, events, other.
You can answer, I can answer the Facebook and on here questions. I got them both open with the chats ready to go.
Oh, and you can see them?
Yeah, I have the Facebook one open on my phone ready to go.
Okay, very good.
On here,
okay.
I just won't be able to do the Instagram. That's all.
Well, in Instagram, I can see people are logging on, logging off. I think a lot of them are probably going to watch it after it's live. So let's focus on Instagram let's focus on Facebook and Zoom. Now, the reason I'm going to do these separately, as opposed to doing one question and prize for everybody, is because the Facebook feed is 20 seconds of a delay after the Zoom. So if I ask a trivia question, as much as I love my people on Zoom, everyone on Facebook will be upset because not being fair, because they won't have a chance to answer. So the way it's going to work, I'm going to ask a simple wine trivia question. Comment in your section or in your chat box if you're on Zoom when you know the answer, and Alex is watching both feeds. Whoever answers first gets it. Okay. All right. So first things first, I kept a theme here because it's kind of like all the wood stuff we were doing. Oh, thanks. I'm just noticing getting all these posts there. Linda says, so Linda, thanks to everybody who came and bought wine for tonight's happy hour. $5 from each bottle goes to the Hands Up Collective, which is currently supporting this year to the inner city home of Sudbury. And I said I was helping picking out some wine. So thanks, Linda and Stan are enjoying their Spanish wines with their tapas at home, I'm sure. Okay. First one is the PC. It's a Casey Wood serving set. So it's a serving bowl with little bowls and stuff on it for entertaining. So if you're anything like me, this and a bottle of wine is dinner. Okay, so first question. Let's do this one on Zoom. Okay, on Zoom. So those who are on Zoom, you can on your chat thing, whoever answers first. What is the most widely planted grape in the world? Anyone? Anyone? I need a Jeopardy theme song. When DJ gonna pull that up?
Everyone's pulling up the Google right now.
Yeah. That's actually, I never thought of that. Oh, there we go. Shirley got it first.
Oh,
yay,
see,
Shirley.
So for me, it didn't update for me, so I can't see. My chat's blank.
Oh. Okay, no, Shirley got it. So yay, Shirley. I will make arrangements. I'll message you later or send you an email to make sure I get this to you. we'll get Alex out delivering. So I'll have it all wrapped up. So congratulations. Okay, so now let's go
What
to,
was the answer?
oh, it's Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon has more than 700,000 acres planted worldwide. So that's the best one. Good. Norm's here to keep me on track. Okay, next one. This is going to Facebook peeps. This is it's a 100% natural bamboo cheese board and cutlery set. So it's a cool thing. It's a full board, the size of this box. And then there's a drawer inside built in that has all the cheese knives so you don't lose them. Because you lose them. Okay, so, okay, here's because I'm guessing I'm going to get some wine, some smart wine people on Facebook. What is the dominant grape in Chianti?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll have to
okay,
wait.
Alex.
It's gonna be a 20-second delay still.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So you just asked it right now, so. Come on, Nick should know this. He's in the chat right now. He drinks the Chianti. He should know this.
Come on, main grape and Chianti. I see. I can't see everyone who's on there. So, okay, everybody who's online, you got Google.
Yeah, there's 16 people. Come on.
Obviously, you're not drinking enough Chianti. Nope. Is there still nobody?
Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Nick's supposed to be king of Chianti. He doesn't not even answering it.
Okay. So I'm going to repeat that question, not giving away this board until somebody types in the answer in the comments, because I can see y'all watching. So I'm going to, I'll put that one aside. And then my last one, which is an easy one, this is a $50 gift card. And I don't know how I should do that. You know what? Let's do 2. Oh, I guess there was a delay.
Linda
says 5. Linda. She says 5 answered. It says Sangiovese. Linda got it first. Yay, Linda. So I guess when we don't see it, it's a delay.
My phone
okay.
just died.
Okay, and then just to make things fun, I have a $50 gift card. And let's just see. Actually, let's see who is paying attention for both feeds, because even if Zoom does it, if someone on Facebook gets it first, even with the 20-second delay, what's Alex's email address?
Oh.
$50 gift certificate. Oh, so Linda's being honest and she's saying that it's got it first. So I'll go through my messages afterwards to see who got it. And Shirley did it again. She got admin at.
So it must just be updating for me, because I'm like watching the chat and it's not updating. So.
Oh. Yeah, she's on a roll. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do fun. I'm gonna do a second one. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Can you pull up on your Facebook so I can see the answers? Obviously, by the time we see it, I am trying to. For some reason on my iPad, I don't get to see. All I see is myself, which is
okay. So Julie,
you got it.
The first person is Julie Baudouin Day. Okay. She didn't spell it correctly, but she's the first one to type it. It was a typo, but we'll get. She was
okay. So Julie got Sangiovese.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so I'll do one more $50 gift certificate, and this is for Facebook again. And since my Instagram keep going in and out, what type of French wine is typically made from Pinot Noir? Anybody? Alex, you're refreshing. You can see it.
It's no, I'm gonna 1 second. I'm trying to refresh it.
So in case anyone didn't hear it, what type of French wine?
Everyone's
It's typical-
saying someone else said the system is slow. Like it's
It's not updating as fast.
yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't know.
well-
I'm just updating and it's not, so I don't know what to do.
Okay, I will, I'll finish off with any other Q&A of things. While Alex is waiting, you're gonna keep an eye on the screen?
Yeah.
I wish I could see the comments.
Okay. What was the
The answer, I don't want to say the answer. You got answers in there?
text me yet? I should have
Do you not
gave
know?
you the answers before.
Which region?
Oh, what region? Okay.
Oh, the region, it's still a type and a style, right?
Yes.
So which one is
French
Pinot Noir?
First person?
Yes,
Burgundy?
yes?
Same person, Julie, same first person.
Oh. All right, so obviously Julie is, Julie's got her wine knowledge, so congrats,
That's the
Julie.
first one I see, unless it updated correctly. That's the first Burgundy I see on there.
Okay, so of course, we'll go back through the feed in case there's any disputes, or you can send along hate mail to us at admin@wander, just kidding. Okay, last little bit, I don't even know what time it is. That's about 1:45. Okay, so now's the time, because there's a bit of a delay, if there's any general wine questions, things that you want to know, particular class that you might be interested in attending, if I put it on the schedule for 2021, some other kind of fun little event thing that you'd like to see, you can put it either in the chat feature here in Zoom, for those who are on there, and then those who are on Facebook, you can do the same thing. I'm trying to see if there's a way for me to see the comment selections here.
No, I thought the question was what French wine is Pinot Noir like a blend is it used to make? So I didn't hear the regions. That's why I was like,
No,
oh.
it's the type of French wine. So the name and
Yeah.
the region is the same thing. So videos.
So I did know that one. I wasn't.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. At the beginning of the Zoom thing, were you standing behind me?
Yeah.
'Cause that's the opening picture.
Someone's asking if the Rioja class is still open.
Yes. I think there is 2 tables left for Rioja class. The news, yeah, that's good. I like this way the Q&A works. There is, hello, I'm looking for Eventbrite. Eventbrite. I don't know why I wore a jacket with my shirt. I don't know. Is Cynthia on? Can you see the shirt that she made
I
me?
don't know if she's one of the ones on. On the next question was, can you bring in wines from Malta?
Someone's asked me that before. It has to do with the LCBO. So unless I happen to find a distributor that can that carries that particular wine, I have to do some really big research because it's not something that's very prominent. It's not something that's going to sell easily, but I do like the idea of bringing in ones from unique regions and stuff like that.
Yeah. And they're confirming that the Rioja class is for February, pending, obviously.
I'm going to pull it up right now because yes, I changed the date.
Oh.
I believe it's on a Thursday. Oh, I can't do it that way. Anyway, so to check if you check the calendar, it's already on the website. It already changes it automatically to the new date. So it's linked, our calendar is linked directly to Eventbrite. So whatever says on the website goes. So I know it's a Thursday. We already rescheduled it once and then I had to reschedule it again. So it might be closer to the end of February now. And I think it's a Thursday, but it's still 6 o'clock is the new start time for the classes this year. We found a lot of people wanted to take their time at the end, order chocolate toast, or just have another glass afterwards. And aside from on class nights, most people know, like they don't usually stop in that same night. So this way, those who are here for the class pretty much get the bar. We will still be open to the public if there's empty seats or whatever, for those who want to come in and get a glass. But we're just finding that we think the 6 to 7:30 or 6 to 8 is a better time frame for this year. And I think it helps with a lot of people who may come here right after work, that kind of thing. I think that the timing is going to be better as opposed to waiting until 7. So that's it for that. That was it. So any other questions?
1 second, I'm refreshing here. No, I haven't seen any other ones yet.
Oh my goodness, I'm all getting all red. So the only couple of things for classes, again, for 2021 that I thought might be interesting. We are doing, if you haven't looked at the list yet, there is a little bit more of wine region specifically, things that you may not have always been interested or wanted to learn about or taste that you didn't really get a chance to. Yes, I have Napa Valley coming up. People have been asking me for that, but I also have Sherry, which is from Spain, Jerez region. And sherries were the sipper last year. It was very trendy, but just to learn and to taste different styles that are out there, because you can get sherries that are sweet and you can get some that are very dry. So it's a matter of kind of getting to taste them, each of them, in comparison back to back. I will bring the cognac class back again in the spring. It went over really well in December. That was a last minute addition. But now that I have the Armagnac, and if I get any other cognacs in there, we're going to, we'll mix them up so they won't be exactly the same ones. But as I can have room on the cart, I'll just keep adding to it. So now we have 2 buggies. So there's going to be the one buggy, I don't like calling it buggy. So we have the cognac cart, and then we have the your standard wine cart. So I'll have 2 of them that are about the same size that the staff can bring out right to your table, so you don't have to leave your seat at all. I think, Alex, you mentioned that you're going to have the wines by the glass and the sheet. You mentioned that part already?
That'll be going to each table, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We'll update it every day that we come in.
Anyway, so again, Alex's job. So it's going to be, he'll have a running list. So this way you have an idea, but also on that cart are going to be ones that he's featuring or he's recommending, and he'll have a good selection on there. So you can basically just look at the cart and what's on there and pick out what you want from that. Or if you're craving something differently and you want to see the list, you can just ask for the list and we'll have it printed out for you as well. I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else. If there's no other questions. Is there anything Norm would like to see happen in 2021?
More Riojas.
More. Oh, speaking of Rioja, so it's a big running joke. So Norm's favorite winery in the entire world is Baron de Lay in Rioja, and I managed to get him in there for a tasting. They don't do tastings at that winery. That was what, 3 years ago. Anyways, we got to do a tasting with the winemakers on site, got a full tour of the facility. They were in the middle of expansion, but one of his favorite wines in the entire world is a white blend, Spanish white wine blend called Tres Viñas, meaning three vines, 3 grapes. And it is, that's his all-time favorite, even more than butternut Chardonnay, believe it or not. So I have some coming in directly from Spain through our distributor. So there's going to be some of that. And there's a new one, which is a higher end wine. And it's their new red blend called Siete Viñas, which is 7 vines. It is going to be bigger, intense. It's definitely going to be top shelf wine. But we have some of those coming in as well. So it'll be one of those things that we'll be featuring once they arrive. You'll be seeing me posting and Normal Happy doing happy dances on social media because his wine's in. He's been asking me every day. So it should be within the week or so. So by the time we open, we'll have them in stock ready to go. And I think there was a, oh, sure.
Yeah. So are any of the home wine events still available?
Always. That's what I was here for today. I have one getting picked up tomorrow. Wine and cheese pairing. So for those who don't know about the at-home wine events, the way it works is that I have set menus. Again, they're on the website. So you can see there's 6 different ones. You choose which one that you want. They're all the same price. And they come with enough food for 6 to 8 people. So each of the 5 pairings, if there's any last minute heating instructions that comes along with it, you get a shopping list to go to the LCBO and on your own to go and buy the wines. If you want to divide them up between friends and do things virtually, you can. So it's basically to do it at home on your own. I just did for the first time, I'm going to do one for each of the classes going forward, is I'm going to have a video with a private YouTube link. So the group tomorrow that are doing the wine and cheese, they are getting a YouTube link sent to them that's going to have kind of like an intro from me, just the basics on how to do the actual proper tasting, like I usually do for the start of all the wine classes here. A little bit of that and a little bit of description of the food things that they're having and why they would pair with the wines that they're getting. So that's something new. That's what I meant by I was having this wine that was pre-poured because I was taping that video to go out tomorrow. So we're going to be doing more of those kind of things. But yeah, it's a flat price. You just pick the date, time you want to come pick it up. If there's any food allergies, just let us know. And then I just send you the shopping list for the wines. If you buy the wines from us, which we appreciate, but if you buy the wines from us, then as a thank you, I will actually send you a Zoom link and you get to have kind of like a private mini class with me on Zoom at the beginning of the class, aside from just that introductory video. So yeah, that's how the at-home wine events work. So, yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Probably have time for another one. Will there be more special food theme nights like Bacon Day? I didn't know we had a Bacon Day unless I wasn't there for that or something, but usually I feel like that's something I would be a part of, and I guess I wasn't.
I find that funny because yes, there's International Bacon Day, but the amount of bacon that we already have in our menu is kind of funny. I did put, the funny thing is that I put them on the calendar this year, but we didn't always have a lot of people showing up because a lot of those dates showed up during the week. So those aren't the dates that people are coming in, right? They want to come in on a Friday. Well, if Bacon Day is not on the Friday, then I can't do Bacon Day that day. So I am going to go through the days of the year again. I have a few of them kind of set aside, but as things are picking up again and people are wanting to get back out of the house, I will happily put things on the schedule. So as an example, so lemon meringue pie day, everyone was all excited for lemon meringue pie. We actually had a lot of people in here that day. Everyone ordered every other dessert except for the lemon meringue pie. So I was actually cutting pieces of lemon meringue pie and the staff at the Alibi room got all the free pie. So they thank you for not ordering the lemon meringue pie because it was like this high, it was amazing. But yes, everyone was ordering chocolate toast and everything else and they just didn't order my pie. So it kind of gave me do I want to keep still making these dishes? But it's always kind of fun. And I am going to be introducing some of these things just as a regular menu item. But as I see something fun, I'll always be adding it in. Just keeps things fresh here, gives you things to put on your calendar to plan it out. But and maybe we'll have to do a Bacon Day for Alex. Make him do all the bacon. Is there any other questions?
I don't see any, no.
Nope. Normston didn't ask me for anything in particular. No. Nope. We talked about Baron Delay already. Yeah. So the only thing we're doing for the next couple of weeks is we're cleaning. We're going from the front to the back. Downstairs, we cleaned out the storage room, organized that. I'm doing a pantry room, we're kind of organizing that, getting things ready as new dishes and stuff coming in. Other ones are going out. What else have I got going on? I think that's about it. The Coravin accessories, we got to go through, and Alex and I were playing around with them the other day. As things are coming in that I ordered, we'll be moving things around. I think that's about it. I will get the prizes ready for it's Julie and Shirley. So we have two winners for 4 prizes. But thanks for playing along. If we have more updates every once in a while, we might go and do more fun things. I'd like to maybe do little videos where we're doing games or something silly, wine trivia. I think I have all these like cool little cards and stuff that are downstairs. I'd like to play around with that at some point. But I will get these all wrapped up and make arrangements to have them delivered to you probably early next week sometime. If you desperately need your cheese board or your serving board before then, please just send us a DM on whatever media you're watching this, and I will I can always meet you here to come and get it if you excited to use it this weekend. But I may not have time this weekend because I'm a little busy. I think that's about it. Alex, do you have any last closing things?
Nothing really, no.
No. So he got to stay home and drink. So also, I would like to know, just because it wouldn't be a happy hour, I'd like to find out what everybody else is drinking. So before we sign off, especially on the Facebook video, you can actually do it at the end. So you can go ahead and type them in the comment section. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm always kind of curious to find out what other wines people are drinking at home. So when you can just sit back and choose whatever you like, regardless if anyone's drinking it with you or not. I'm always curious to see what everybody's drinking. I'll also be curious to find out if you're having cocktail as opposed to wine. No scolding here. I can do cocktails. I was actually thinking about doing a champagne cocktail for myself at some point. Oh, that's what we should do. We should do like a cocktail class, like a mini one, like just show people how to make, like how we make certain cocktails. You want to do that? No. Anyways, there's a little thing like that. I want to do. Yeah, we should do little videos. Oh, okay. Shirley's drinking the Anciano Grand Reserva 2010. Is that what you had, Norm?
Grand Reserva, the Anciano, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Shirley's having this. For those who are not on Zoom, that's what she just commented on Zoom. It is a good wine. That's actually really great. That's a great value wine, believe it or not. So it's a Grand Reserva, which means it was held in oak for at least 5 years prior to being released. So that's a 7-year-old wine, and it's general listing, prices under $20. So that's a really great Spanish blend for those who like those little spicy reds this time of year. I think that's about it. Okay, so don't forget to leave comments about what you're drinking. If there's any other messages that if you need to send me questions or inquiries about any events or things that are happening having to do with food or classes, you can email me directly at dine@wanderfoodandwine.ca, or you can actually message us through the social media channels as well. I monitor Instagram and then my own email, and then the Facebook messages, Alex and I both see them. So sometimes it might be him answering and sometimes it might be me answering. So it all depends on who gets to it first.
Some wines that they're drinking right now. Yeah. Yellowtail Shiraz. Someone said, oh, Cynthia says, I'm drinking my new pre-mixed cocktails from Alibi, but up next is Butternut. I see a Trapiche Malbec on there and Bad Dog as well.
Oh, very good. So Cynthia's looking at her shirt. Cynthia made me this shirt. It has it says eat the food, drink the wine, travel the world. And this was our podcast. Big shout out to Flying for Flavor. We don't have time to do podcasts anymore. We barely get to see each other. But yes, we had all kinds of cool swag and dress like this, which was part of the fun. Okay, so I think that's about it. Yeah, if there's topics or little things like this and videos or things that you want to learn with mini classes or mini tutorials or things going forward on video for me to set them up in the next couple of weeks, I can do that as long as I have some notice on it. So don't go ahead and comment and send us messages. And of course, if you didn't remember the first question, Alex's email address is admin@wanderfoodwine.ca. And again, you can reach him through it. Any of Deep Rogers, don't forget to download the new Spotify playlist for January 2021. He says it's a little bit more upbeat and happy, I guess.
Yeah. Well, just faster paced a bit, you know, it's start 2021 on the right foot.
Exactly. Okay, so the new playlist, he just got that done today, so you're the first ones hearing about it. So get that playlist down so you can finish your beverages tonight or into the weekend with that. And other than that, stay safe, stay home. The more we follow the rules, the faster we get out of this, and we can all be drinking together very, very soon. Okay, so whatever you're drinking, glasses up, people. I always got to finish out a glass. Salud.
I only have a sip left.
Okay. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Ciao. Bye.